On November 4th, 2011, the Muppets made their triumphant return thanks to the drive of Jason Segel and Nick Struhler. For roughly 2 decades following the death of their mastermind Jim Henson, the Muppets seemed lost at sea. And while Muppets Christmas Carol, and to a lesser extent Muppets Treasure Island, led us to believe that the Muppets could even survive without Jim's influence. But when Muppets Tonight underperformed for TGIF, and Muppets from Space underperformed at the box office, Disney became less invested in our felt friends. The quality of the direct-to-video and TV movies left a lot to be desired. But the Muppets in 2011 took us back to the Muppet Theater where we first fell in love with them. While we love the classic Muppet sketches like Pigs in Space and At the Dance and Veterinarian's Hospital, some of the most memorable moments came from the guest performances with the Muppets. So join us as we count down the top 10 best guest performances on The Muppet Show. Number 10. Welcome to My Nightmare, Alice Cooper, Season 3, Episode 7. Putting shock rocker Alice Cooper on the Muppets just makes sense. There's always been an element of dark humor with the Muppets, and there's always been an element of theatrics with Alice Cooper. Also, seeing how fantastic Vincent Price's visit to Muppet Theater went, it only makes sense to bring in the Vincent Price of 70s rock and roll. Alice Cooper showed his sensitive side, covering his ballad You and Me, and closed the show with an explosive performance of School's Out, but it was his opening performance of Welcome to My Nightmare that was the real standout. The song had never sounded better than it does with Muppet Ghosts providing a haunting harmony to the funky Halloween classic. Number 9. Crocodile Rock, Elton John, Season 2, Episode 14. If you think of Muppet musical guests, most people immediately think of Elton John in his feathered costume performing Crocodile Rock in a swamp filled with Muppet crocodiles. The song itself was already catchy as hell, but when you add in the crocodiles singing the la 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 la's, it's absolutely infectious. It's possible that this might be the most iconic musical performance in Muppet history. Number 8. St. Louis Blues, Dizzy Gillespie, Season 4, Episode 13. Jim Henson loved jazz music. It was the backbone of the Muppet sketches dating as far back as the 60s with Sam and Friends. So it's no shock that when he had the opportunity to have Dizzy Gillespie on the show, it happened. The jazz legend performed the classic song St. Louis Blues with Dr. Teeth and the Electric Mayhem. And for 3 energetic minutes, Dizzy sings, dances, and blasts into his bent trumpet with his iconic poached cheek method, proving that at almost 63 years old, he still had it. Number 7. Make 'Em Laugh, Shields and Yarnell, Season 4, Episode 3. The mime duo Shields and Yarnell were at the peak of their popularity when they appeared on The Muppet Show. While they did continue to perform mime stunts, they also opened their mouths and sang. At the conclusion of the show, they performed Make 'Em Laugh from the iconic film Singing in the Rain. The performance finds them in a circus performing for singing Muppets, and in between the verses, they do impressions, tell jokes, and Yarnell performs a show-stopping tap dance routine. Speaking of circuses, number 6, The Show Must Go On, Leo Sayer, Season 3, Episode 2. This is the performance on the list with the least amount of Muppets. It's almost entirely Leo Sayer, but with Animal on the drums and Bobby Benson in a rare baby band-free appearance on banjo. While every one of Sayer's performances is list-worthy, there's a moment in his performance that has lived rent-free in my brain since I saw it over a decade ago. While Leo Sayer is scatting, he is interrupted by himself in a sad clown makeup, who pantomimes a juggling act and various other circus activities leading up to the much subdued, quiet final verse of the song. Number 5. Vilcum, Joel Grey, Season 1, Episode 1. There's always something magical about when the Muppets manage to get a Broadway star to recreate one of the performances that made them famous. Joel Grey really defined the role of the MC in Cabaret, so having him perform the opener to Cabaret in Muppets Theater is the performance of the first episode that established what the Muppet Show would ultimately become. It's funny, catchy, and most importantly gives you a pang of joy when the whole Muppet cast joins in on the final chorus. Number 4, Pure Imagination, Ben Vereen, Season 1, Episode 12. When I was 5 years old, Jim Henson died, and a few months later they aired The Muppets Celebrate Jim Henson. I remember watching that special a lot, and the thing that stood out in my memory as a kid was this clip of Ben Vereen performing this song from Willy Wonka. Ben's vocal performance is good. The puppeteering of the dancing Muppet is masterfully done, but it's the lyrics of the song that make it stand out. When Ben sings, "If you want to view paradise, simply look around and view it. Anything you want to, do it. Want to change the world? There's nothing to it." You can't help but feel like he is singing this song about Jim Henson. Number 3, Turn the World Around, Harry Belafonte. Season 3, Episode 14. The Harry Belafonte episode is widely considered one of the best episodes of The Muppet Show, and the closing performance of Turn the World Around is a big reason for that. It's still to this day considered one of the most acclaimed performances in the show's history. Before the performance, Belafonte explained the artistic themes of the song, and Henson had specially made African tribal masks. Jim Henson considered this production to be the best of the series, and included it in multiple retrospectives of his art. When Jim Henson passed away in 1990, Belafonte performed the song again at the memorial service for the Muppets creator. Number 2, The Entertainer, Milton Berle, Season 2, Episode 3. Did you ever see something that made you sad, but you couldn't quite put your finger on why? That's how I feel every time I watch this performance. The segment begins with Rolf playing The Entertainer on the piano, and Milton begins to reminisce on his memories of working in vaudeville. He tells us that people didn't realize that the song has lyrics, and then begins singing lyrics that to this day are still only cited as being written for the Muppets. The cast of characters join in on the song and bring it to a close. I'll never know why this segment leaves the impression on me that it does, but it constantly hits me time and time again. Additionally, you've got to check out the full Milton Berle episode. Him being heckled by Statler and Waldorf continues to be one of the funniest Muppet segments ever recorded.
Hey, Berle.
What?
You know what? I've just figured out your style.
Really?
You work like Gregory Peck.
Gregory Peck's not a comedian.
Well?
Before we get to number 1, here's just a few performances that just missed the cut.
Why? We got a special thing going, Piggy. We got us. You got to know when to hold up.
When to hold up.
Know when to fold up. Know when to walk away. And know when to run.
I understand the reason why you're sentimental, cause so am I.
It's delightful.
It's delicious. It's the lovely.
And now, number 1. Inchworm, Danny Kaye, Season 3, Episode 16. This is absolutely the best performance in Muppet Show history. Similarly to seeing Joel Grey sing his iconic cabaret song, hearing Danny Kaye sing his signature song from Hans Christian Andersen on The Muppets is a special moment. This is one of the rare songs that appeared twice on the show. However, nothing touches when Danny Kaye is singing it. The Muppets all sing the nursery rhyme arithmetic section of the song, and it borders on haunting. But it's the image of Danny Kaye, surrounded by the Muppets, conducting the song, that is this beautiful image that sums up why we adore these felt friends when they are used correctly. So that's our list. What did we miss? Let us know in the comments. And if you like the video, please share and subscribe to us for more pop culture videos every Tuesday and Friday. Get early access to the videos and help us keep the lights on by donating to our Patreon. Thanks for watching.